I'm loading one camera. So tonight, well, it's June 18th, Tuesday. We're going to go ahead and go live through. And I guess we could talk about some other things that I wanted to talk to you guys about that I pointed out last night. So, yeah. So I guess we can start off with that and then go into the Spiritforce session. I did light my candle already. I said my prayer. I love this smell. It's lotus garden. It smells really, really good. Okay. We're just waiting a couple seconds to see anybody coming in tonight. At least it's going to go a little bit better tonight because all of my cameras are good to go right now. So, last night I was having issues. Right. Okay, so last night I talked to you guys about the 58 black men and black boys killed by cops. It's a very, very long list. So I just told them all that, you know, if they were in need of any type of, you know, faith, stuff like that, they can find it here. The light, their last words that they want to speak to the family. A lot of them had kids, so, and a lot of them were kids, which is just horrific. But to be gunned down by the people that are supposed to be protecting the communities is what I don't trust the police. I've never have. You know, that feeling when you get pulled over, that nervous feeling, and then they ask you, why are you so nervous? Are you hiding something? No, I'm just nervous because you pulled me over. So I just want to say to the individuals that have passed away because of or being beaten by police officers, the same individuals that are supposed to protect, you know, our elderly, our children, I mean, at all costs. That's what we pay them to do. They're public servants. So for them to walk around with tasers, pepper spray, guns, vest, and think they have a right to kill an innocent man or boy because of their skin color? Because I'm going to tell you this, when it comes to police officers killing our children and our husbands, our brothers, they need to pray for their soul. Because that's just downright disrespectful, and they will go to hell for that. So, because of last night, I'm going to go ahead and read out the names of the individuals that have been shot and killed by police officers. And this is just the United States. And I haven't dug deep into it, and I'm going to. And boys being slaughtered by the people we pay to police our neighborhoods, our communities, and, make people feel safe. Now they're taking lives. We're paying them for service, not paying them to slaughter our loved ones. It's disgusting. So, out of respect for all of these Black men and Black boys that have been shot, point blank, slaughtered, or beaten by the police, this is for you. Rest in paradise. And you guys will hear more of this story at a later date. I'm trying to get it all together, but these are the names. Ryan TWYMAN, 24 years old. Brandon Weber Hutchinson, 21 years old. Willie McCoy, 20 years old. E.J. Fitzgerald Bradford Jr., 21 years old. Dietrich Griffin, 18 years old. Jamel Robinson, 26 years old. Botham Shaheem, old. Antoine Rose Jr., 17 years old. Robert Lawrence White, 21 years old. Anthony Lamar Smith, 24 years old. Rambley Graham, 18 years old. Emmanuel Logan Jr., 31 years old. Trayvon Martin, 17 years old. Larry Jackson Jr., 32 years old. Jonathan Farrell, 24 years old. Jordan Baker, 26 years old. Victor White III, 22 years old. Dante Hamilton, 31 years old. Eric Gardner. Michael Brown, 18 years old. Ezek Ford, 25 years old. Dante Parker, 36 years old. Yaheem Powell, 25 years old. Laquan McDonald, 17 years old. Aki Gurley, 28 years old. Tamir Rice, 12 years old. Roman Briston, 34 years old. Jermaine Reed, 36 years old. Charlie Cunningham, 43 years old. Tony Robinson, 19 years old. Walter Scott, 50 years old. Freddie Gray, 25 years old. Brendan Glenn, 29 years old. Bose, 43 years old. Christian Taylor, 19 years old. Jamar Clark, 24 years old. Mario Woods, 26 years old. Quintano Ledger, 19 years old. Gregory Gunn, 58 years old. Ike Denkins, 24 years old. Alton Sterling, 37 years old. Castiel, 32 years old. Terrence Sterling, 31 years old. Terrence Crutter, 40 years old. Keith Lamont Scott, 43 years old. Alfred Orlango, 38 years old. Jordan Edwards, 15 years old. Stephen Clark, 22 years old. Danny Ray Thomas, 34 years old. Guillory, 27 years old. Patrick Harmon, 50 years old. Jonathan Hart, 21 years old. And Maurice Granton, 24 years old. All of these men and boys were killed by our police officers. 58. And that's just in the last 2 years, 3 years. Taken away from their family, their children, their mothers, their fathers. So right now, I want you guys just to do a moment of silence with me to let these gentlemen know that they're loved always, and they will rest in paradise. So let's go ahead and take that moment of silence for all of these lost spirits. Rest in paradise. So last night, when when sessions, Malaya Davis came through, Nipsey Hussle came through, my best friend Charles Limbrick came through, and a gentleman by the name of Ryan TWYMAN. That I asked for him because he was also the first one that I wrote down on the list. And so I was researching as far as his death. I asked for him last night and he did come through. He has 3 kids. And his girlfriend has a daughter he was stating that he took care of, that he claimed as his child. June was also his death day. He did tell me that he was shot 30 times. He stated that his middle name is Lee. He concentrated on the name Lee. I don't know if it's because he has a son by the name of Lee, or maybe there's a junior. But he wanted me to specifically say him a couple times. He also told me that the police officers could have stopped shooting. That was overkill. Ridiculous. It was horrible. My heart just goes out to all of these gentlemen. He did state that I don't know if it's the baby mother of the one daughter, which he stated a couple times, is one daughter, girlfriend, mother. So basically it came through like he has kids, but then his girlfriend has a kid, but he's also the father. So I don't know if she had the child before he passed away, and now he claims own. He did state that he's known his baby mother since the 7th grade. He went back to Lee again. Father. He wanted me to pass on a message to his family that he loves them and he's always here. So he was the first one on the list of the individuals that I just named, and I'm going to slowly, surely name with everybody on it. So I lit the candles, I said my prayer, and now it's time for our session. I'm doing blue tonight because it just smells so good. And I'm going to go ahead and load this app. We're ready to rock and roll. I knew I was going to forget one of sorry guys, usually I'm on it, except for last night. I was having camera issues. There we go. Now we ready. Alrighty, let's rock and roll. Hey guys, it's Letitia. You know what to do.
They were, you know,
Who's here?
from our that it the top.
Can I get a name? Yeah.
If you can.
We move.
Who am I speaking with?
Grand. Date.
Oh, don't get in.
The date. Timber.
Man for
Nipsey? Is that
But it's fine.
Tisha? Hey, Nip. How are you feeling? Bad? Not normal? I'm sorry. We'll help your case, Nipsey. Lawson? At the bottom.
You are.
After what?
We move.
Okay, Nipsey, quite that. What you just said. You were stating last night that Tanisha stole from your bank account. How much money did she steal, Nipsey? A lot? Did she buy any expensive stuff with the money she stole? A car? You said Maserati. What color is that car, Nipsey? Yeah,
Get it?
I got it.
Move on.
Are you happy that your sister got custody of your daughter? Family.
He didn't.
Steps.
She didn't do what?
Will.
Went out.
Was looking.
No. So the straight.
What type of drugs is she on? Pretty much.
No. Move it.
I want
She was
Some boys. About anything else?
I know.
Baby's father. Are you talking about you? Yeah.
Stop. Difficult.
What's difficult?
There.
Life.
Life?
Two.
Wellington.
Slauson?
Around.
So not.
I'm a.
NIPSEY, can you try your hardest to tell me the amount Tanisha's old?
Where?
Crying.
The man.
A huge amount?
He would move.
I will.
The run.
Get in.
Funny.
Get it. I don't know.
Bill. Figure. The image. Down those.
King Ed.
Paul. Okay, NIPSEY, I have a question for you.
Saturn. You know.
Were you killed in front of your store or somewhere else? Store?
To the.
What
Like
state did you used to live in?
Care of.
What state do you live in, Nipsey?
Let's just.
California. Porn. Yeah. Thank you for confirming. Shot. Death.
No. We said.
No. California.
So.
Well, Nipsey, just to let you know, you are loved so much from your fans, your family.
Yeah.
I can't.
You know.
So
Live. Yes.
In there. Yeah.
Yep, you're in there. That's right. You're live in full effect. Perfect.
well,
Yeah.
some
Okay, Nipsey. Is your store going to be closed down forever?
Busy with
Nipsey.
so more than a lot.
Every time, what?
it was
Out. Good.
Okay, Nipsey, does anybody else want to talk?
Ellen.
That's
Ellen.
figure.
Okay, I need a name.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't.
Well, so
Chuck.
Get up.
What's up, buddy?
chemical.
Easy.
Easy.
Total. We take
Just normal.
Wait.
Hang on some.
so
Meyer.
Am I speaking with Everett?
one
His head just
Because I'm speaking with Everett.
like you said.
Yeah.
so. I went up.
You went upstairs. Top tier?
I'm
Straw.
looking around.
There.
Thing.
Got it.
And I cut. So. And so help.
Oh,
Street.
Two.
Can.
so the assault happened in your cell or someone else's cell?
The word most.
They locked the door?
From our.
Oh, and I like it. Now.
Normal.
I'm listening, Everett.
Sense. And I didn't look.
Everett, I have a question for you.
Good.
You're
Officer? Yeah. Did the officer shoot you in your head? Yes.
our door.
Your doors were locked because of count? Yeah.
Do it. No, we had.
Right.
Mustn't get him.
Okay, Everett, I have another question for you. Yes. What happened to your throat?
So, about that.
Strutting.
Well, door.
Door is locked.
You would to
How many people were in the cell when you were assaulted, Everett?
We move it.
Did you say 5? Yeah.
30.
Now. Well, play.
Latoya, I'm here.
Steps.
Some remove.
No. Well,
Yo, who has well?
Mike.
Mike? Hitting?
Some
Mary Ellen? Who's Mary Ellen?
I moved.
You move? It's medical?
Sign it. And stroke. We moved.
Ellen again. Jack.
It's a great.
You're coming in really good, Everett. Is there anything else you would like to say about what happened in that cell?
Grandma.
Grandma.
Things.
She
To do so. I think great.
great.
Kimber. Back on NIPSEY? Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Your father-in-law, Pops? Yeah. NIPSEY, I'm sorry, but can I speak back with Everett, please?
Ellen.
Switch up.
Everett, let's switch up.
Google.
Everett, when you're here, tell me your name.
This.
Yes.
That's all. Go.
This.
What? The same guy. Adrian. About the.
Everett, can you say your name?
Still.
Still. Yes.
Did.
Okay, Everett. You were in the county jail for a few days, correct? Right. Why did they kill you, Everett? Why? Wasn't deserving. Check. Okay, so Chuck wants to talk.
You know.
You know it.
In there.
Hey, buddy.
This is one.
This is one.
See that door. I don't know.
You.
I love you too.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then
Everything.
lights me.
Everything stopped.
Did.
The light went out. Oh my God.
Sorry, Ellen.
Sorry, Ellen. Okay, I want to speak with Charles Limbrick. Paranormal investigator. Chuck, in your car accident, can you tell me if it caught on fire? Yeah? Okay, and I have another question for you, California. Nim, can you give me 1 second? Yes. Nim. Chuck. Deal. Spit. Is your wife going to remarry? Already have? Timer? Cancer. Sister? Did you say cancer or sister?
Well. What?
TT. Chuck, do you remember what you used to tell me all the time?
Grandma.
Run. A rerun. I got it.
And for
Charles, I have a question for you. Answer the question. Are you guys earthbound spirits?
Back.
Back. Okay. Charles,
Everything.
can you say yes or no? Are you guys earthbound spirits?
Everything.
People.
Yes.
About terror.
How can I help you guys go to the light? It's fine.
Yes.
I want
What?
I didn't get the question. I'm sorry. So do you guys get the light?
I think this down the
my son. halfway.
Oh man, I do it every time.
No.
Mhm.
Or the line. Plastic. Boulders.
Thing.
Break.
Spirits.
That is
Yeah.
Yeah.
From our
Tomorrow.
any that she was
There.
Okay. 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 I'm gonna close this out for tonight. I'll come back tomorrow and talk to you guys, okay? No.
Load again. So I'm getting
Okay, so I want to say thank you for coming through, Charles Limbrick Jr.
difficult.
Thank you for coming through, Everett Palmer Jr. Thank you for coming through, Ryan Twaman. I'm going to get to you. And thank you for coming through, NIPSEY HUSSLE, Emarius, Joseph, Askergon. Okay, I'm going to close this out. Thank you guys so much for coming through. You're amazing. Charles Limbrick, I love you. I miss you much. All right, good night, guys. Wow. Okay. So we're going to do just a speak through of who. That's what I forgot to say. But okay, so who came through tonight? Of course, my best friend Charles Limbrick Jr., 38 years old. We had Everett Palmer Jr., 41 years old. Now, a lot of Chuck's story I have already shared. And usually when he comes through, he tells me, like what happened when we knew each other and the hospital visit that I had one time. And he's more of the jokester in the group. So you'll hear him say once in a while, when I ask a question and it's serious and I'm like, can you please answer that question? He'd be like, no. That's just, that's his personality. And then came through again tonight and gave me some more information towards his case that I've been working on with him since Charles brought him through almost a month ago. So, just to recap, he died. Wait. He died April 9th, 2000 boys. He went to the York County Jail because of a DUI charge that he had in Pennsylvania. He had a little bit of time left, or a little bit of time he had to do. He passed away, and they're saying that he went crazy in the cell, had a psychotic break. And when they walked in, they were doing a head count. What he was saying tonight is they were doing a head count but when they were doing head count, they found him unconscious, rushed him to the hospital. The hospital claimed him to be deceased. So he went to the coroner, or they transferred the body to the coroner, notified family. Family flew him back to his original city because he was just doing time for a ticket for a DUI in York County, Pennsylvania. So when they retrieved the body at the funeral home to have him prepped and have another autopsy just in case, the coroner in that county stated that he had no throat and no lungs, and they were all missing. There's documents stating that there was no foul play, no type of other injuries. And what I'm getting from Everett is he was shot in the head in that cell. They were doing count. He was on the top tier. They moved him from one cell to another cell where he was by himself. They starved him out for the few days that he was there. So he wasn't able to eat. He wasn't able to hydrate unless it was from the faucet in his cell. He did say there was a chemical used at some point, and it made his throat burn really, really bad. He said having a hard time breathing. Chemical. After they starved him, actually, during the time they were starving him, officers would come into Everett's cell when either he didn't have a roommate or they moved him, because he keeps stating that he was moved different cell, but he was on the but he notified me of during the process of the few days that he was there, other than them starving him and having nothing to eat, officers would come in and just assault him because I guess they felt froggy that day. So they came in and they assaulted him, and he passed away. He did say 5 people involved. He named one individual, Mike. I don't know who Mike is. I don't know if that was like his cellmate or not quite sure. Oh, my eyes are burning with my contacts. Having a hard time here. He did state that during the time that he was at the York County Jail, he was transferred down to the medical ward. couldn't quite understand anything after he went down to medical. That's what I have for Everett Palmer. And then Ryan TWYMAN, he only said a couple of things, and that was baby mother, 7th grade, middle name Lee, and that's how he said it over and over again, emphasizing Lee. So I don't know if there's a Lee Jr. or one of his son's name is opposite of his name, like Lee Ryan TWYMAN instead of Ryan Lee TWYMAN. He did say the officers did him in. They shot him 30 times at close range, and it was just overkill. It was ridiculous. Poor Ryan. But that's basically what he was saying tonight is the stuff I've mentioned to you. Now, a lot of the Nipsey Hussle reading tonight, I'm not going to say name, but I can say that he stated that Slauson girl, I don't know exactly who Slauson girl is, but Slauson girl did story. So I'm thinking maybe she wrote something. I don't know, something about a story. Slauson girl did story. So I'll get the answer. He wanted me to focus on the screen. Don't know what screen. But there's obviously something on that screen that everybody needs to focus on. And that comes to the fact of, okay, focus on the screen. Was it surveillance cameras? Was it, somebody recording and then taking screenshots and someone has them? But so it is important. We got to pay attention to the screen. Sam and his daughter. Sam, yes. Daughter, yes. I don't know what that means, but Sam and his daughter. So I'll probably find out more about that too. And then everything else I can't give you guys. Yeah. Okay, so it was Charles Limbrick, Everett Palmer Jr., Ryan TWYMAN, and Nipsey Hussle who came through tonight. I want to always thank you guys for watching Spiritforce sessions tonight. I want you to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you like this content. And I'm going to continue to do what I do, just like the beginning of the video. There's 58 hour tonight with 4 people. It's going to take hours and hours and hours to do 58 readings. So if you guys are along for the ride, just like, share, and subscribe, and you'll see what comes next. But I want to thank you for coming and watching me tonight and being a part of this. But like always, and light.